Today, I'm going to show you how Domino's turned public humiliation into one of the greatest business turnarounds ever, literally, and what it teaches us about trust, risk, and growth at that. So the common belief is this: most people think that you should never show weakness in business. Always smile, always spin the story, and always keep your composure. But Domino's, they prove that sometimes admitting your flaws is the very thing that saves you. So we're going to break this down into 4 stages. The first, the crisis Domino's faced. The second, the insane risk that they took. The third, why it worked when it actually should have failed. And last, the results every entrepreneur should study, because this is a masterclass in what you can do in your business to get the same results. And to give you context, Domino's stock exploded from $3 to over $80 in 5 years. That's not luck, that's strategy. So let's rewind back to 2008 when Domino's was on life support. So by 2008, Domino's was in decline. Customers, they hated the pizza, stock was collapsing, and franchisees were pissed. Some of the reviews coming in were like cardboard, or ketchup sauce, or barely food. I mean, it was horrible. The worst thing a business could get online. For a company that owned fast delivery in the 80s and 90s, this was literal humiliation. Imagine being told your life's work tastes like garbage, and knowing that they were right at that. Pause for a second. How would you handle that level of criticism? In 2009, they launched the pizza turnaround. TV ads showed execs literally watching footage of people trashing the pizza and agreeing at that. This broke the #1 rule of marketing: don't admit weakness. Think about it. Would Apple ever run an ad saying our iPhone sucks? Of course not. Domino's did the corporate equivalent of suicide. But here's the twist. That suicide was actually a rebirth of an entire brand. And the numbers to prove it: same-store sales jumped 14.3% in 1 quarter. People crave authenticity more than perfection. Domino's didn't just confess, they rebuilt the pizza from scratch. New dough, richer sauce, and better cheese at that. Vulnerability without action is just weakness. Vulnerability plus action actually builds trust. Because when you admit your flaws and you show the fix, you show them, you don't just tell them, you don't lose trust, you actually earn it. Admitting failure showed conviction to do the right thing. From humiliation to domination. Stock $3 to $80. Market cap 1,000%. Became the #1 pizza chain in the US. Honesty and boldness wasn't just PR, it was a billion-dollar strategy. They bet everything, doubled down, and actually won. Now here's the question. How many companies today are still hiding behind fake smiles while their customers already know the truth? So here's the real takeaway. You don't need to wait for a crisis to actually use this strategy. I put together a free resource that shows how to use vulnerability marketing without blowing up your brand. Link below if you want it. So to recap here, your customers think that you're garbage, you admit it and then fix it. Sales skyrocket and trust completely explodes. And because at the end of the day, people don't want perfect, they want real. Sounds like a winning recipe to me. So what's the takeaway from Domino's story? First, hiding your flaws doesn't protect you. Customers, they already know the truth. You're owning up to it, by the way. Second, admitting failure without action is weakness, but admitting it and fixing it builds trust faster than any ad campaign can, ever. And third, trust isn't just marketing fluff, it's measurable. Domino's sales jumped 14% in 1 quarter, and their stock went from $3 to $80. This is proof that the system worked. It isn't just fallacy. And finally, sometimes the boldest risk isn't adding more spin, it's literally just telling the truth. When does that ever hurt anybody, by the way? If Domino's could turn humiliation into domination, imagine what radical honesty could do for you. Now, what's the lesson? Honesty, it isn't weakness, it's leverage. Domino's proved that showing your flaws and then fixing them can be the smartest way to win. Doing the same in your business and your personal life, well, this will trigger respect like you've never seen before. And if you found this story valuable, drop a comment below, share it with a friend, and remember, your customers don't expect perfection, they expect progress.